Hello, and welcome to glennzb TV, the show that puts glennzb up your Periscope. I'm bringing New Zealand to the world, and the world to New Zealand. And I think if the Tosti court case in Australia has really taught us anything, it's that and I don't want to sound disrespectful or be insensitive, so let's just broaden it out, because there's been a lot of discussion around Tinder and meeting people on the internet as a result of this case. And I was involved in a discussion today saying that, who in their right mind would, meet somebody just because they swipe right on an app. And I felt obliged to point out that, to be fair, I reckon you've got more chance of meeting your perfect person that way with the algorithm than you do just sort of randomly meeting people out and about, because there you're trying to force a fit with somebody who you may or may not be compatible with. Whereas if you're two people who both completely lied about your personalities and put false profile pics online, then you're perfect for each other, aren't you? Not entirely sure how that extrapolates back to that particular case, but I think there's a loose connection there anyway. Hey, Donald, you're right. I admit it. I am trying to rig this election. You got me. I don't know if you'd really call me mainstream media. Like, if this is the mainstream of the media, and then you've sort of got your niche media over here, and then I think probably I'm actually, I can't quite lean far enough, but in this general direction anyway. But it's still part of the media. Yeah, that's right, like the side alley media. Anyway, I'm definitely trying to rig the election against you, Donald, because I don't want you to win. I mean, part of me does, because it would be hilarious, but the other part of me that thinks that it might be the end of the world as we know it doesn't. So, yeah, I'm torn. But you're right. On behalf of me, this small part of the side alley media, definitely trying to rig it. You've got me. Tell you what I love about North Korea, and there's a lot to love about them, but it's this lady here, the state newsreader. I don't know if you've seen any of these news broadcasts out of North Korea, but she really delivers and it's not really news, it's government propaganda, but she really delivers it passionately, and I just wish, like your Greg Boyds and your Hillary Barrys and that other woman's name who I can't remember because she's like all the other blonde people that don't really have any opinions about things. I just wish that they really shouted the news passionately like that. It doesn't have to be for or against it, just intense. Then maybe I'd watch it. I don't know. Finally, navigation. She was shouting about the fact that they've failed at another missile test, the second time in a week. I think that was a good news story, because obviously they just can't continue to fail. That'd be ridiculous. Finally, I've got a major issue. It's a long weekend here in New Zealand. Monday is a day off. It's Labour Day, and so we're going away. The glennzb household's going away. We've got to find our way down to Waitomo, where there's caves, and we're staying not in the cave, but at a camping ground next to the caves. And I know how to get there. Unfortunately, there are two different ways you can go. And Google Maps is telling me one thing. My navigation app that I normally use is telling me another thing. Quite different routes. And I just don't know which bit of the internet to believe. So maybe I'll just stay home and let the rest of them figure it out. That's actually not a bad idea. I wonder if I can... No, they'll never go for it. I am glennzb. I'm worried about whether I'm taking the right route. I'll see you back here again on Tuesday if I can find my way back. Thanks for having me at your Periscope.